The integrity and moral courage of the upright will guide them. Proverbs 11:3. What really stands out to me in this verse is the phrase, moral courage. Why does morality require courage? Because righteousness often places a person in conflict with the fear of man. It takes courage to remain upright when there is pressure to compromise. And honestly, this pressure can happen anywhere. At work, among friends, within family, even in church settings. When a person is walking closely with God and trying to remain upright before Him, the light within them naturally exposes darkness around them. Jesus said not to hide our light under a bushel, but to let it shine. And that is not always easy because shining light often creates tension. Truth can bring opposition, and this is where moral courage becomes necessary. A person may know inwardly what is right, but fear can pressure them to violate what they know. Fear of losing approval, fear of conflict, fear of rejection, fear of losing favor, fear of consequences. For example, if a boss pressures an employee to do something dishonest, such as signing a document improperly or falsifying something, the employee may immediately know inwardly, this is wrong. Integrity recognizes the truth. But moral courage is what enables the person to actually stand upon the truth despite the cost. Because the difficult part is not always knowing what is right. Often the difficult part is having the courage to obey what is right when obedience may bring discomfort, conflict, disapproval, or loss. That is why morality requires courage. Cowardice often leads to compromise. And the same principle applies relationally. Sometimes a friend must lovingly correct another friend. A spiritual mature person may feel compelled to warn, reprove, or speak truth because they genuinely care. But if the correction is received poorly, with offense, defensiveness, withdrawal, or resentment, then suddenly the person who gave the correction now feels pressure and hesitation the next time truth needs to be spoken. Why? Because truth-telling can be costly relationally. It takes courage to risk misunderstanding, rejection, or tension for the sake of righteousness. And that is why Proverbs says, moral courage guides the upright. Because when integrity and courage are joined together, they become an inward compass. The person may still feel pressure, they may still feel fear, they may still understand the possible consequences. But inwardly, there's something guiding them that says, no, I cannot lie. I cannot compromise. I cannot violate truth. That inner guidance comes from integrity, shaped by the fear of God, rather than the fear of man. And honestly, this is why courage is so central to righteousness throughout Scripture. Many people know the truth intellectually. Far fewer consistently walk in it when it becomes costly. Moral courage is what enables integrity to remain active under pressure. Without courage, integrity collapses under fear. But when courage and integrity work together, they guide a person through difficult moral situations, even when obedience carries personal risk. And honestly, that is why moral courage matters so deeply. Because integrity is not truly tested when obedience is easy. Integrity is revealed when the truth becomes costly. Anyone can stand for righteousness when there's applause, agreement, and no consequence. But moral courage is what causes a person to remain upright when compromise would be easier, safer, more beneficial personally. It is the inward strength that says, I will obey God even if it costs me approval, even if it costs me comfort, even if it costs me favor, even if it costs me something personally. And that is why Proverbs says the integrity and moral courage of the upright will guide them. Because when the fear of God becomes greater than the fear of man, righteousness stops being merely an idea and becomes the path that guides your decisions, your words, your actions, and ultimately your life.